Hello everyone, my name is Asa Sands, and welcome to another statistical anomaly video. Today we're going to be covering a dataset from the Hot 100. The Hot 100 is a website that posts the top 100 songs from the United States during the last week, every week. They've been doing this for a while, and we have a dataset that is all their data from 1999 to 2019. So we're going to get in there, we're going to divide this up by artist, writer, genre, and we're going to see what trends we see. Here on the left side, we have all of the artists that have made it onto the billboards during the last 20 years. That is a lot of artists. We're going to start with 2 Chainz, so I've highlighted them, and we're going to see here what songs they have performed that have made it onto the billboards in the last 20 years. The longer the bar indicates how long they were on the chart. So you can see here Mercy was on the charts for 32 weeks. That's over half of a year. That's a really long time. And here we can see Proud was only on there for 2 weeks. And then the color indicates how popular they were or what their peak position was. So Proud hit the peak position on the charts of 96, whereas Mercy hit the peak position of 13. So you can see Mercy was a pretty popular song, Proud was not. Proud here, if we click on this, we can see its popularity over time, and we can see the writers that have helped write it. That's 10 writers right there. That is a lot of people who have helped write this song. And then we can see that it was actually performed with 4 people. It has 4 artists. Let's go to somebody that's a little bit more familiar to more people. Let's do Ariana Grande. She's a very popular pop artist. So let's see what her songs look like. So you can see here, she has performed a lot of songs. Wow, that's a lot of songs, comparatively anyways. And you can see a lot of her songs are green, meaning they've been on the charts for a really long time. And their numbers are really low, meaning that they are really popular, meaning they've hit a really high position on the charts. Very few of them have large numbers, and very few of them are red. So she's got some really solid history going on here. You can see here, this is more of a visualization what's going on. You can see 7 Rings really started off strong on the first position. Same thing with Thank You Next. Really solid there. You can see she has a lot of people that help her write her songs, and she tends to perform them solo, but she does collaborate with other artists from time to time. Moving on to the popularity dashboard, we can see artist popularity, writer popularity, and genre popularity over time. Here we can see the color indicates how many songs that artist or writer has performed or written, respectively. And the number indicates how popular they were, their average peak position. So you can see here 50 Cent, they performed 21 songs and had an average peak position of 17. That means that that's a pretty solid rating right there. Whereas if we look at 702, they have only performed 1 song that's made it onto the boards, and their average peak position was 4. So that's a really small sample size. We can't really draw any conclusions from that. If we look at 2 Chainz here again as a writer, you can see they've helped write 32 songs, and their average peak position for those songs is 37. So they write some pretty popular songs as well. If we look at the genre popularity, we can see here 2 measures as well. The bar length indicates how many songs have made it onto the billboards, and then the number is the average peak position for those songs. So let's look at musicals. Musicals only ever had 12 songs on the billboard during the last 20 years. That's less than 1 song a year. Not a whole lot of musical songs make it onto the billboards. But you can see here, here's a list of all of the songs that have made it onto the billboards, and you can see the artists who have performed those songs, and then the writers who have helped write those songs. Some pretty interesting information. If we go further down, let's look at a more popular one. Oh, here, pop. Pop has over 2,000 unique songs on the billboard during the last 20 years. That is a huge amount of songs for one genre to have on the billboards. And you can see it's even trending up in popularity over time. Lightly, but it is trending up. You can see all of the artists who have performed pop. Wow, that's a lot of artists. All the writers who have written pop songs. And then here's all the individual songs that are referenced as pop genre. Let's look at the worst one. Let's see here. Heavy metal is the worst. They only have 12 songs that have made it onto the billboards during the last 20 years, and their average peak position is 61. So they didn't even really get that far on the billboard when they did get onto the billboard. And you can see here the last one was in 2008. So yeah, heavy metal, not a very popular genre recently. You can see here's the songs that have made it onto the billboard. Here's the artists that performed them, and then there's the writers who helped write those songs. So overall, yeah, heavy metal, not a very popular genre lately. So if you've enjoyed looking over these dashboards with me, feel free to leave a like in the video. If you have any comments or questions, please leave those in the comment section below. And I will leave a link in the description section to this dashboard on Tableau Public. These dashboards were made on Tableau Desktop. So please feel free to leave a comment if you have anything to say, and I will see you in the next one.